Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday. It's happy Friday. Come on in and let's share some joy this morning. Share what's going on in your world that makes it a yay for you. So I'm going to take just a minute and share this out and ask that you do the same. Just let everybody know that we're full of joy this morning. Okay, so let me find it. We're streaming on Enlightened World Network, as well as Angel Speakers, Teri Angel. So waiting for people to find so that we can get started. All right. Here we go. So how you doing? If you're watching this live or if you're watching it later on, I hope you're having a great day. It is a great day to have a great day. And we can start every day with that attitude. We choose how our day is going to be. Is your day going to be a yay day? Or is your day going to be an oh no day? Oh no, it happened again. So come on in. Let me know that you're here as soon as you find it. And we're going to get going. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. You made it up. I know it was a late night for you, but I hope you're doing well this morning. All right, hand on your heart. And we're going to slow down the breathing. Breathe in. Fill your lungs completely when you breathe. And just allow yourself that moment. Just being present. Now breathe in again very deeply into your heart space. And say, I am. Nothing else. Let's just be very present with that I am moment. And release. Now we're going to do it again. And this time, think of something that makes you smile, something that makes you happy, brings joy into your life. Maybe it's an animal, a person, nature, whatever it might be. Being here, celebrating the beginning of a new day with other people that are like-minded. Maybe it's coffee. You got your cuppa with you. It might be that. Whatever brings that happiness inside, just bring it into your heart and then exhale it out slowly. Put a smile on your face. That's something we do here at Cuppa. We always remember to smile. And then bring somebody in there with you. Hold somebody in your heart. Maybe somebody that needs a hug. Maybe somebody that you just want to feel their presence and bring them into your heart space. And then we say affirmations that we've been saying every day for almost a whole year now. Pretty soon it will be a year, and we'll be celebrating our anniversary on the Cuppa. But for right now, in this moment, on this day, we're going to say, I am enough. I am worthy. I am abundant. I am happy. I am joyful. I am a spark of the divine. I am a miracle magnet. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. And I love myself. Give that love all the way down from your head to your toe. Just love on you, this beautiful you that has entered this world as a light. And when you love yourself and you find that love inside, your light shines more brightly. So let it shine. Let it shine out there. Deirdre just came in. Day 340 of saying those affirmations together. Thank you, Deirdre. And it is Friday the 13th, a beautiful day. You know, there used to be an old tradition or mythology that Friday the 13th was something to be feared or it was a bad omen. Love every day. Every day is what we make it. And if you want to make it that, then make it that. But if you want it to be a happy, joyful time, then do that. Do that which makes your heart happy. That's what I say. Life is way too short to buy into any fear, any unhappiness, anything other than love. So thank you. Hugs to every P miracle magnet. Oh, thank you, Andrea Craig. Yes, yes. Everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves a hug and joy in their lives. Good morning, Kelly Bach. How are you doing today? And Annie Seven and Grayson. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So do a little check-in with me. Let me know how you are, what's going on. It's really a great temperature where I'm at right now. I'm very happy about being in the high 60s. I think it even got a little more than that yesterday. I was out with Joanne and it was so nice outside. I just wanted to be out in that. If it was a little bit warmer, I could get into her swimming pool. That would be really good. Good morning, Jennifer Langren. All right, so what's going on? How are you? How's everybody faring these days? We are almost at the half point of February. It feels like we just started it, right? But that's the way every month happens. Once we get into it, once it turns over into a new month, all of a sudden we're celebrating the halfway mark because life is short and the days just go by so fast. And lately it just seems to be extremely fast. I think it's in turbo mode or something. So anyway, cheers to you, whatever's going on in your world. Kathy Hand, good morning. Oh, Deirdre, I need to do a checkup with her today and see how she is. I haven't talked to her in a couple of days. So today's my day to check in and find out how she is. And maybe if she's listening, she might jump in here and say hello and let everybody know that she's okay. Oh, that's right, Kathy. You'll be on the road later, and wishing you safe travels and a wonderful, beautiful time there in the Outer Banks. I hope it's going to be warm for you. I think that would be amazing to get out of the cold and at least have some relief from that as you all celebrate together. All right, so what are we doing? Do you want story time? I can do that. It seems like there's a little lag here with the P's finding it, so I can go ahead and get started reading our story, and I can find it. Here we go. All right, so today's message is called Honoring Your Presence. We've been talking about presence and staying very present with yourself, staying present in the moment, because when you don't, that's when we get out of sorts, right? So if we stay present and we acknowledge that, this really is all that we have is this moment. We can't go back. We don't need to go back. So honoring that presence. Good morning, Linda Lemieux. All right, have you ever felt unseen, unheard, as if you were standing right in front of the world and somehow fading into the background? It's one of the most uncomfortable feelings we can experience as human beings. We are wired for connection. We long to be acknowledged, valued, and recognized as present and worthy of attention. When that doesn't happen, something deep inside of us feels unsettled. Today, I had an experience that brought this truth into sharp focus. I met my dear friend Joanne for lunch at a restaurant we have enjoyed many times. We had even been there during their grand opening week, celebrating their success and savoring their delicious food. We arrived today with warm memories and happy expectations. I arrived first and was pleased to see the place bustling with customers. I was seated and shared that I would be joined shortly. When Joanne arrived, we settled in and began catching up, enjoying our time together. And then nothing happened. No one came to take our drink order, no greeting, no acknowledgement. At first, we brushed it off. Maybe they were busy. Maybe someone would be right over. 10 minutes passed, and then 15, and then more. We tried gently waving. We made eye contact. Each time, a server seemed to turn away and walk in another direction. It was as if we weren't there at all. Joanne finally stood up and kindly asked someone to send our server over. We even moved ourselves to a larger table, thinking that might help us be noticed. Still, nothing. After nearly half an hour of feeling invisible, we quietly decided it was time to leave. As we walked out, one of the servers finally glanced our way. I paused and gently shared that we had been waiting without service. We stepped next door into a smaller restaurant, and within moments, someone greeted us with warmth and took our order. Ah, there we were again, visible, seen, acknowledged. We both laughed a little, still puzzled by the strangeness of what had happened. Why had we been so completely overlooked? What was the meaning of that experience? Later, another small lesson unfolded. Because I am still being gentle with my teeth and my stomach, I ordered soup and a light dish. The food arrived, everything except the soup. I was assured it would be right out. It never came. As we were preparing to leave, I mentioned it kindly to our server. She was truly apologetic and admitted she had forgotten. To make it right, she placed an extra soup in my takeout bag. Once again, we walked away reflecting on the curious theme of the day, being partially seen, partially attended to, and sometimes overlooked. As I sat with it later, the angels whispered their wisdom. These moments are not accidents, they are invitations. They invite us to notice how deeply we desire recognition. They remind us how important it is to offer presence to others. They ask us to examine where we may be feeling invisible in our own lives. How often do we silence our own needs? How often do we minimize our worth? How often do we wait quietly, hoping someone will notice instead of honoring ourselves enough to speak gently and clearly? Today reminded me that visibility begins within. When we know our own value, when we honor our own presence, when we walk in quiet confidence and self-respect, the world responds differently. And when it doesn't, we are given the opportunity to choose ourselves, to walk towards spaces where we are welcomed, appreciated, and seen. Just as important, It reminded me how powerful simple acknowledgement can be. A smile, a greeting, a moment of true presence. These small gestures can be lifelines for weary hearts. Dear angels, why do moments of being unseen affect us so deeply? Dear ones, your soul remembers who you truly are. It remembers that you are eternal light, a sacred expression of divine love moving through human form. When you feel invisible, it's not because you have lost your worth, but because for a moment you have forgotten your own radiant nature. These moments gently invite you back into the remembrance. Feeling unseen awakens deeper compassion within you. It softens your heart toward others who may also be longing to be noticed, heard, and valued. It strengthens your self-worth by teaching you that your value does not come from external validation, but from the divine truth that lives within you. And it guides you, sometimes quietly, sometimes unmistakably, toward people, places, and experiences that honor your true essence. You are never unseen in spirit, not for a single breath, not for a single heartbeat. Every tear, every prayer, every unspoken hope is witnessed and held in love. You are always known in the depths of your being. You are always cherished beyond measure. You are always wrapped in grace, protected by light, and supported by unseen hands. Even in moments when the world seems to look past you, heaven leans closer. You are remembered, you are recognized, you are revered, and you always matter. The angels whisper, you do not need a cloak to disappear, and you do not need permission to shine. You are visible to heaven, valuable to earth, and worthy of every gentle blessing life offers. Stand in your light, dear one. Those meant to see you always will. So today, I promise to see myself in each moment and acknowledge my own worthiness. This is one reason why we say those affirmations. I am worthy. I am enough. Acknowledging it within ourselves creates a bigger essence around us, bigger light that's shining out. And this lesson is so important. Not everybody is going to see that light. There are those who have blinders on. There are those who don't care. There are those that are so wrapped up in their own world, their own problems, their own misery, that they don't have anything to give. And so they don't see us. But it's okay. Just as the angel said, if you're feeling unseen and unheard, then move on, move forward, move to somewhere where you are acknowledged and you are loved. I so love this message from the angels, and I think it's something that all of us can take to heart, that when we are feeling uncomfortable because our needs aren't being met, and that could be in a relationship, it could be at home, it could be wherever you are, move to someplace different. Just acknowledge yourself and know that you are worthy. Hope Wellington, Marshall, I'm so glad you jumped in here with us this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Catherine Kovacs. Good morning, Jennifer Langren. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all of this stuff and being seen. And she says, her hand gentles the war. Sometimes it feels like a war, doesn't it? Sometimes it feels like we have to fight to be seen and heard and to have others acknowledge us. So her hand gentles the war. No matter how much chaos there seems to be in your world, Trust it. It is just what is necessary to move you into the right place at the right time for what is meant to be in your future. When it is no longer needed, her hand shall gentle and end the war. I love that. We don't have to be at odds in any aspect of our life. If you're not feeling safe, if you're not feeling seen, if you're not happy and joyful where you are, then maybe a change of scenery is welcome for you to create that happiness and that joy inside, because that's where it is. It's not on the outside. We don't get happy because somebody does something or says something. Our happiness is what we feed ourselves. We are the ones that decide, I'm going to be happy today. And that's why I say every morning, is it going to be a good day? Is it something you can wrap your arms around and say, today, I'm going to have a great day. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a wonderful mantra to take up and to remember. So what do you think? Did this resonate with anybody? Have you ever felt like you weren't seen, you weren't being heard, and no matter what you did, you weren't able to get that acknowledgement that you're there, that you're important, that you matter? It was such a weird feeling to have that experience, to actually look at somebody, wave at them so they knew that we wanted attention, and they turned and walked the other way. I think it is a great lesson for all of us to speak up, and then if we don't get acknowledged, move on. Go somewhere where you will be acknowledged. So it was a lesson in patience. It was a lesson in just being seen by ourselves, first of all, because we at one point looked at each other and we're going, are we really here? Is this really happening? Are we being ignored on purpose? So, Deirdre, yes, you have been felt, you felt invisible many times. Andrew Gregg, I resonated with this message immediately. What a great lesson. It really is. And that's what the angels do. They help us by giving us stories. And that's why we have story time, because they share things that will help us in our life. You know, Jesus taught in parables. He was a storyteller. And so he would tell his disciples all these stories, and they all had meaning. Every story that the angels share has meaning, and it's to help us through this thing called life. It's to help us know that we are seen, we are heard, that we matter. Jennifer, you resonated with that. Thank you. Thank you to all of you who are sharing that this story had meaning to you, that you could relate, you could resonate. Have you ever gotten up and walked out of a place where you were trying to get service, whether it was food or something else, and you just were not being seen? You weren't there, right? You were physically there, but nobody was acknowledging your presence. Because that's not the first time I've walked out of a restaurant. It was the first time in years, many, many years. But it didn't feel so good to have to make that choice. And, you know, I'm not one to create a disturbance or create a ripple, so we weren't loud and obnoxious when we left, but we let it be known the reason we were leaving was because nobody saw us. Nobody was doing their job and paying attention. So I'd love to know if something has happened in your life where you felt like, oh, time to move on. Keep it moving, Deirdre says. Yes, absolutely. If it's not making you happy and joyful, why are you still doing it? The definition of insanity, according to the rooms of the 12-step programs, is to keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. So if we had kept sitting there, kept waiting, kept saying, hey, over here, and expected them to come when they were showing that they weren't going to, that would have been insane to stay there in that place. So if something's not working, look for something that is working. You're not broken. Something happened, and it was an opportunity for a lesson in your life. It happened to you, Jen? Yeah, unfortunately, people get wrapped up in their own stuff, and they don't do what we expect them to do when we enter a place of business that's supposed to serve us. Then we just need to move on. Don't get upset. Don't yell and scream. Just simply move on. So let's see what Yogananda has to say. But first, Linda says, being in a relationship and feeling alone is not working. Yeah, exactly, Linda. Thank you for bringing that up, because many times people feel stuck in a relationship, even though it's not working, even though you're not being acknowledged, you're not being honored for your part in that relationship. A relationship takes two, unless it's a relationship with yourself, and that is two. That's you and you. But in a physical relationship with someone else, it's two people, not just one person. So if you're finding yourself not being seen, not being heard, take a good look at that and say, hey, I deserve to be acknowledged. I deserve to be honored. I am worthy of that. So thank you for bringing that up, Linda. All right, let's see what Yogananda has to say on this day, the 13th. I almost read the 12th. The 13th. God will not tell you that you should desire him above all else, because he wants your love to be freely given, without prompting. That is the whole secret in the game of this universe. He who created us yearns for our love. He wants us to give it spontaneously, without his asking. Our love is the one thing God does not possess, unless we choose to bestow it. So, you see, even the Lord has something to attain, our love, and we shall never be happy until we give it. That's such an important message, because we have free will. And free will doesn't mean, oh, I'm just going to do whatever I do and the heck with the consequences. It means that we can make choices. We can choose to honor who we are as a spirit being and honor the Creator that gave us this life, that made us and created us from pure love, unconditional love. Or we can ignore the presence of that Creator. We have that choice. And to me, yeah, I've tried to ignore God. I've tried in the past to say, God's not meeting my expectations, so I'm just going to ignore God. And that didn't work out so well, because I know who I am. I know where I came from. I know that I am a spark of the God that created us all. I know I had a hand in co-creating this world and this universe. So when we step away or try to step away from who we truly are, then we're just an imposter. We're not a real being when we do that. Kelly Bach says, when I got really sick, I learned who my true friends and true family are. It hurt at first, but my life is in much better balance now. Absolutely. We do learn who our true friends are. We learn who our true family is. And sometimes it's not even through being sick. That's a hard one, when you're not feeling well or you're going through a huge challenge and you don't have support. But sometimes it just happens when we're being our authentic self. We have people that can't align with us anymore, so they walk away. They distance themselves from us because they don't understand what we're all about. They don't understand pure love. And because they're so wrapped up in themselves, they can't accept that love that we offer to them. So it does happen. We do have the separation that takes place when someone is uncomfortable or when they just don't get it. That happens a lot. So, Kelly, I'm so glad that you found us, and you are very welcome here in our presence to be a part of this amazing family. Good morning, Brandy Chari. I'm so glad you're here, darling. So next month, we will celebrate our anniversary, our 6-year anniversary together. And it needs to be a big celebration, I think. I think it needs to be something where we acknowledge how special that is, that we were guided to come together and stay together. We haven't drifted apart. We've had people come and go, but the core beings of this family come together every day and share with each other and honor each other and love each other. And Brandy says, I lost most everyone with my many chronic illnesses and injuries. And then I found Cuppa and a whole new family. That's what we are. We are your spiritual family. And sometimes that spiritual family can be much closer than a biological family. That's what I have found. And it's that closeness that keeps us coming back, isn't it? That keeps you wanting more of a cuppa every day. And Brandy, I am worthy, I am enough. Miracles and happiness happen to me every day. And I love myself. And giving a heart hug to Mama Deirdre. Absolutely, she is so deserving of that heart hug. So thank you, Brandy, for coming in and honoring her. And Deirdre says, I'm always alone unless you count my other me, the Gemini. I know it's for my highest good. However, having my P family changed my life for the best. Thank you, P's. Thank you, Deirdre, for being such a big part of us. And Deirdre, I'm trying to remember. I think I included you in the email I sent out last night, early this morning, that had the presentation I did about the rays. And one way to know which ray you incarnated into is your astrological sign. When you came into the world, you came in under a certain ray of light. So, Deirdre, if I didn't send it to you, I will forward that email because it contains the presentation that I did and a little worksheet so you can work with each ray as they're presented. The second Wednesday of each month, I'll be doing that teaching online and on Zoom. So I wanted to offer a little bit of information, extra information than what was put in the online presentation. That's just a gift that I like to give. I love giving gifts. So that's something that the angels help me put together so you can delve more deeply into the rays of light. Many people that were there on Wednesday figured out that they were blue rays. And I love that. I love that we have so many blue rays. Deirdre, I will look and see, and if I didn't, I will make sure that you get that, darling. And Brandy says, that's so cool. I'm going to try and make it, it's next month, Brandy. It's once a month, the second Wednesday of each month, I'll be doing that offering. And next month will be the second ray. So you might want to come in and see, that's my ray, the second ray. And you might want to come in and figure out which one is guiding you in this lifetime. The whole goal is to experience all of the rays. So it's good to get the information and to learn what each one is all about. Okay, so let's celebrate with prayer. If you have a celebration, a big yay, then let us know that so we can hold you up in that light of being. If there's something going on that we need to hold you up for physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, if you have something that that we can all hug you and lift you, then please let us know that as well. Put that in the comments. And Brandy, you're giving a hug to our Andrea Gregg. I know Andrea had kind of a rough night, I think. So we all are wrapping our arms around her today. Brandy, you're Gemini also. Yes, of course. That's one of the things that we do. We decide before we come into a lifetime, we decide what lessons we want to work on while we're here. You know, we're only here for a minute. That's what the angels teach us. It's such a short time that we're here on this earth, especially when you look at eternity and all of the time that there is and ever will be. This is just a minute. And so we decide, okay, what am I going to do with my minute? What am I going to learn? How am I going to show up and experience this thing called life? So when we learn about the rays, we resonate with the one that we were incarnated into, or maybe we have moved to a different ray in the present moment and are learning something in that ray. So it's good to have the information, and many people don't understand it, so that's why I'm teaching it this time. Okay, Deirdre, thank you for giving us our daily prayer. Blue Jean, you just came back from the barn and the girls are very sleepy today. Jean, are you getting any relief from all of that cold weather? I know it was brutal for you this winter, and I'm hoping that it's letting up some. I know that you've gone through so much physically yourself and emotionally, and those sweet horses, I know you're taking such good care of them, and they're in the best hands possible being there with you. Brandy says, I really missed you. Thank you, honey. I miss you as well. And yes, I'm glad to be back and be able to come every day to share with you love and light here on the Morning Cuppa. Linda Lemieux needs love and support with her son, who is going through struggles. I understand that. And yes, we lift up Chris. We lift up both your sons, but I know that Chris is having a really hard time. Okay, so let me get that daily prayer up on the screen so we all can see it. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, our troops, the United States, the UK, India, and any traveling peace, and healing for Teri and her family. Thank you for that, Deirdre. I am healing. I am on the mend. I still have work to do on my mouth, and my gums and my inside mouth are not feeling so well. So thank you for that prayer. And I'll check in with Billy later and see how she's doing, and I'll let you all know. And Brandy asked us to remember those who are touched by suicide or dementia of any type. Thank you. Thank you, Brandy. Okay, any other prayers? Jean says it's cold, but it has been quite beautiful. It's 5 above right now and headed into the teens. And asking for prayers for Dave. Absolutely. We lift Dave up. Annie has been with us. I don't know if she's still hanging out, but our Annie Benani in Louisiana, we lift her up every day, her and sweet little Grayson. Okay, well, let's get moving with these prayers. We have a job to do that we decided as a family we were going to love each other with whatever is going on, whether you're celebrating, like Kathy and Bob celebrating that beautiful anniversary together, whether it's something that's going on in your life that you're struggling or going through a challenge. And have on my mind our sweet Hope, who is here with us today, and Hope lifting you up with love and praying for the very best in your life. And for our Zena, of course, loving our sweet Zena. And for the fur babies at Blue's house, Pocky and Gruffy and Raz and all the cute cats and our beautiful horses that she is taking care of. All right, so let's just breathe. Let's become very present and very still as we focus our energy with lifting each other, celebrating each person, celebrating the family that has been brought together. That's a yay in our lives every day. It doesn't have to be Friday. That's a yay for us all the time, is knowing and acknowledging each other. And then let's start lifting those who have asked for prayer, all of those challenges and struggles that you have mentioned, the ones that have been written, the ones we've gathered over the years, and the ones you're holding in your heart space. We lift up our beautiful Auntie Jean, loving on her today, bringing her to a higher place as we together lift her. So we lift all of our prayers and go straight to the source, our Creator. We lay all of them down there because we don't need to hold on to them. It's our job just to bring them forth. And so, God, we deliver these prayers right into your hands. We know and trust and believe that each one is seen and heard. Each one is acknowledged. There's no ignoring here when we bring our prayers forth. We know that you see them. We know that miracles happen every day. And we thank you for that. We thank you for answering our prayers for the best and highest good of all. We thank you for celebrating with us when we have moments of joy and moments of acknowledging that prayers have been answered. Thank you. We love you. That's the highest thing that we can say because we offer it from our heart. And we acknowledge that you are spreading peace in our world. You're helping us to find it in our heart, each one of us lighting that candle inside for peace, shines it more into our world. And thank you for being the source of that light. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Peace in our hearts, peace in our lives, peace in our world. And amen. Oh, oh, sweet little Whizzy Bee. She does love her feathers, doesn't she? Hope you're hanging out with your dialysis machine. Well, let's pray that that's going to be with ease and grace today for you, Hope. And then we have the message that we send to each other every day. Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Andrea, for sharing that. Thank you, Deirdre. Love and gratitude. I'm going to try to connect up with Leo. I'll send a message and see if he's available today. And maybe I can get with him and start hearing that wonderful new music that he's promised us and that I can share with all of you. I know he says he wants to debut his song on our anniversary date, which is not until next month, but I'm so anxious to hear it. I want to have it bless us because I know it's going to be a blessing. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing up today for each other and for showing up for you, for being here with us in our presence. I love you so much. Stay in your heart, stay blessed, and have a beautiful day. Celebrate the yays. And if you are traveling, like our hands will be on their way to North Carolina, pray for safety on the roadways. Thank you. I love you. So take care, everyone. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Thank you. I love you. Bye, everyone. Namaste, y'all.